in the running of your political party have just received a notice from the Russian government which says what?
That our state registration of political party has been frozen for 3 months period, exactly the period what is we call parliamentary elections.
So what does that mean? They have essentially either arrested or attempted to assassinate, forcibly closed offices of any political organization in Russia. And you've obviously been given a warning, cease all political activity before the parliamentary elections or else.
Yeah, exactly the case. In our Congress party Congress in March, we discussed this in length, and we called for opposition just to be united. And unfortunately, after that, as you just mentioned, some people were put in jail, some people just go outside or exile, and some people just under home arrest, etc., etc., etc. And we finally got a notice from the government that our state registration has been frozen. It means we have no right to participate in elections. That is, I would say, the KGB strategy to eliminate any risk, even minimal risk.
What are they worried about? Putin says he's so popular, and they say that they are still going to win the Duma elections, even if there are opposition parties. I mean, what are they so worried about?
There is no logic to explain that. That's simply the, I would say, instructions or mentality. If there is any risk, that should be eliminated if it doesn't create any real danger.
They locked up Alexei Navalny, who you know well.
Right.
They've outlawed his political party as being extremist. I mean, as putting it on parallels with Al-Qaeda or ISIS. This is unheard of. Putin's been in power 21 years. I mean, he's never allowed a real opposition to breathe and to really emerge. But this takes it to a very different level, doesn't it? What's happening there?
Yeah, I think just they simply afraid of any I would say activity, because just the economic situation is worsening every year, every month, and inflation this year started to grow rapidly, and of course they feel that general audience population just angry on authorities, and even when before they asking questions just and couldn't find the answers. Now just the people can't find the answer. Authority, Putin in particular, are responsible for all the problems. We're pumping a lot of oil. We pump a lot of natural gas, a lot of revenue. The international reserves very huge. Budgetary reserves are huge. But people, the level of poor people just growing considerably. It's more than 20 million people already under the level of normal life.
Who is running things in Russia?
Yeah,
because, I mean, there have been political advisors around Putin, and there have been security advisors and the security services around Putin, known as the Soloviki. I apologize for my pronunciation. Has there been a shift now inside the Kremlin, do you think, where the KGB, the FSB is really running the show?
I wouldn't say they're running the show, but I definitely can confirm that during the last few years, the influence of, as you correctly mentioned, Siloviki is growing. And as we have just discussed with you, that even minimum risk for participating in elections was eliminated. That is the policy or feature of the policy of KGB. So that no risk, should be no risk, even a minimum risk, it should be eliminated. It's confirming this feeling. I am sure that my feeling is right, and not only mine, that Siloviki having a growing influence on President Putin, and decision-making process, the inner circle is narrowed down, and just everything goes in this direction. Just pressing, just eliminate all freedoms, eliminate any risk.